Hello BookTube, today is Tag Thursday and I am filling up for a double Tag Thursday. So the first tag I'm going to be doing today is the COVID Katchup Tag. This tag was created by Big Hard Books and Classics, and I saw this tag first on Steve Donahue's channel and then Skelly Dandling About the Books, or as she is also now known, the Scaly Dandelion. Question number 1. When did you first hear about COVID-19? I want to say it was either at the very end of January or the beginning of February that I remember first hearing reports of something going on in China, some new disease that had everybody scared, and then eventually into February, certainly reports of COVID infiltrating the U.S. Question number 2: how are things in your neck of the woods? What's open or not? So, Texas has had a rather shoddy, to be nice, record on handling the virus. Initially, the governor and local municipalities were quite good at getting information out there, at closing stores and all of that, but gradually as the politics around the disease became more and more prevalent, as Republicans decided they were, for whatever reason, going to oppose everything that was sensible about ameliorating the spread of the virus, about public safety and all of that, obviously state leaders started reopening too soon, countermanding or undermining their own orders, and what have you, while municipalities have largely stuck to trying as hard as they could to maintain public safety. Locally here in McLennan County, they've been following the governor's orders. Most places now have been reopened to, I think, full capacity, except for maybe like municipalities. I'm not entirely sure what the status of like the library is at the moment. So it's largely like returning to like governmental response. It's gotten worse after that initial period because of the politicization of the reaction to the disease or the virus. Question number 3. Beach reading. Any books you are looking forward to reading after COVID? There's nothing specific, like a specific book I'm waiting for once all of this is over. Because generally I'm going to read what I'm going to read. Although I think there is a way you can interpret this in which the question aims not necessarily for what you're wanting to read, like going on vacation, because one would think you basically, however you're doing a vacation, whether it's a going somewhere vacation or a staycation, you'll probably be reading the same books. But in a way of looking at this question of going to a bookstore or a library or a book sale, in person, what books are you looking forward to? And in that situation, I am kind of looking forward to going back to the library and going back to Golden's Book Exchange and maybe Brazos Books, and I would actually like to go to Fabled, which is a relatively new independent bookstore in Waco, as well as the Friends of the Library book sales. I'm definitely looking forward to going to them, and hopefully they will happen this year. Now, what exactly I'm going to be looking for, I don't know, because if you go, I mean, Steve Donahue often mentions, if you have a preset plan when you go to the bridal, you're going to come away with nothing, that you will be punished by the book gods. And the same is true of most, I think, used bookstore shopping experiences or book sales shop experiences. It's try not to go in with a set plan, otherwise you will likely be disappointed. Question number 4. What's a book you have read in these last months directly or indirectly because of COVID? I don't think there have been any books that have been, influenced by the pandemic, and I've read pretty much what I normally read. I might have read a bit more poetry, but I don't think that really is affected by COVID. So I don't think I've read anything because of COVID, directly or indirectly. Question number 5. What is the best video you have made or seen during COVID? I would say some of Steve Donahue made a tag video shortly around the time the pandemic started that I thought was hilarious. Also, Brian of Bookish's history videos that he's made, particularly starting with the in reaction to the murder of George Floyd and continuing on with various other subjects. I thought it had been fantastic. Also, some videos I've seen from talking about books, like New York Public Library. They did a Zoom call. I don't know necessarily like the New York Public Library did their film their public events and put them on the web or on YouTube normally, but with COVID, they, I guess, started doing Zoom and putting them on YouTube. And I saw a few weeks ago an interview with Sarah Gailey interviewing Arcadia Martine over the release of her new book, A Desolation Called Peace, and that was fantastic. So there have been quite a number of really good videos I've seen during the pandemic. Now, directly about the pandemic, I can't quite remember. I know I've seen some of Owen Jones's videos lately. I don't remember if I watched his COVID one, though, which Steve Donahue referenced in his answer to this question. So, moving on to question number 6. Are you going to have the vaccine? Yes. If everything goes according to plan, my video for Thursday next week, April 1st, I should have my second dose. About 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, I got my first dose, and I'm scheduled to get my second dose next week. Although I haven't gotten confirmation or scheduling information, I think that'll probably happen next Wednesday. And I'm quite looking forward to it. And as far as the rest of my family is concerned, my mother got her vaccine last week. And then my brother and sister-in-law got their vaccines last week too. They got the Johnson & Johnson one, and I got the Pfizer, I think. I think I was supposed to get the Moderna, but I actually got the Pfizer. Anyway, so yeah, pretty much by this time next week, or maybe a little bit after, depending what time my schedule is or what time my appointment is, I will be vaccinated. And finally, prompt number 7, because this is a prompt and not a question, tag people, and I'm going to tag everybody. If you would like to do this tag, consider yourselves tagged. And I will see you in a few minutes with the second tag for this double tag Thursday. So until then, BookTube, thank you, have a great afternoon, and stay safe.